Welcome back to How This Mom Does It, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how I put together a 50 states unit study for free. If you're interested in seeing how I get free resources sent to us from each state and how I put it all together, stay tuned. So I have a little bit of an announcement. I have opened my own Teacher Pay Teacher store, and it is specializing in products for homeschoolers because I noticed that there were things that I just couldn't find that I wanted. Things didn't fit us. I would spend money on Teacher Pay Teacher products that were made for classrooms, and I would use a few pages out of it and not use the rest of it, or they just didn't really specifically fit my needs. So I thought, well, why don't I make my own? So I decided to open up my own Teacher Pay Teacher store. And this is actually one of the products that is in the store that I'm giving away for free. So in celebration of opening my Teacher Pay Teacher store, I thought I would share this with you guys so you can do this project, this unit study for free as well. And what this is my 50 state study. And I did one of these a few years ago when we first started homeschooling. I did all this research on where to go, wrote to all the governors, and I did the tourism sites too, but I had to click around and try and find where to go for each thing. So this time around, and this is the information that I got last time, so I still had the binders. So but I wanted to show you what it's going to look like because I'm going to be doing this again this year. So as I was getting this together, I thought I would share with you what I'm going to be doing again. And the spreadsheet that I made for myself, I'm actually going to be sharing with you, but it's what I use. And basically, I have it all lined out, the link for every governor to their contact page. So you don't have to click around and find it because sometimes they're kind of hard to find. But I did all the work for you. All you have to do is click on the link, enter in your address, and it'll be sent to the governor. And then I also have a column of all of the tourism sites for each, the official tourism site for each state. And they usually give a free magazine or brochure, a visitor guide, something like that. Some of them give maps and historical information. Some of them have a lot of good information on it, and they're free. So if a governor doesn't send you or a state doesn't send you something, because sometimes some of them don't, and if they don't, you're still going to get something from a tourism site. So you're always going to get something. And then I also have another column where I give state information websites that are made for kids. So you're not going to get a print like something mailed to you, but some additional information and like games and things that the kids can play. So I have all of that on a spreadsheet where you can actually mark off when you've sent them, because that was something I didn't do the first time around, and I would forget what states I sent things to because I didn't do it all in one night. It's a lot to send in one night. So after the kids would go to bed, I would spend maybe like 30 minutes a night, and I would send off as many of them as I could get done. But this way, with the spreadsheet, I have it where you can just check off that you've sent it to that state so you don't get confused and forget which ones you've sent to. So I pretty much did all of that legwork for you, and I have that spreadsheet that I'm going to show you in just a few minutes, and I have that available on my Teacher Pay Teacher store for free right now to celebrate my grand opening of my Teacher Pay Teacher store. So I will give you a link to that so you can get that for yourself. And I also made a binder cover and sides that you can get. And then also a report. So it's just a quick report, and this is for more lower grades. And then I have one that is a little more plain, and that one's available too. And basically all I do is I have 2 binders. You can see this one is an old binder. Technically, I probably need 3. 2 to 3 binders depending on what you get back. And then enough sheet protectors. So you would need 50 sheet protectors. And every state would have a report. And then what I would also do is print off from Crayola.com. They have coloring sheets for every state. So I would print that off for them, and they're free. And then after it, I would have the sheet protector with whatever we got from the state. So you can see that we get, and I have them by state, and as they would come in, I would just slip them into their little sheet protector, and I would have all of the information all put together and all neat. So when we got to that state, I would have the information and we could just bring it out and use it. And then also what I would do is have a wall map of the United States, and we would mark what states that we had got, which ones we were studying next, so we can refer back to that as well. So that is how I put it all together. It's really quick and easy, actually, and free. So all you really need is a computer and a printer to print off some reports if you want your children to do a report. If you just want to send off for the information, if you have little ones and you just want to get the packages in the mail and go through it, you could do that too, and just talk about it and store it in a binder so you have it all put together, and it's really quick and easy. So now I'm going to go ahead and go to my computer and show you what the spreadsheet looks like. And I am at my computer. So what you will do is go to the Teacher Pay Teacher site in the link in the description box and download the Excel spreadsheet that will give you all this information. So once you download that spreadsheet, it will look like this. Now you may need to, it may say like in a box up here that you need to enable it for editing if you'd like to edit it. So if that's the case and you want to edit it, then you may need to click on that. Otherwise, it should be all set up and good to go. On the left-hand side is a list of all the states. And I'll show you real quick. Scroll down so you can see all the states. And then the next column is sent. And basically, I have that there. So after I've submitted some information, after I've submitted my information to each governor, then I will just click an X in that box. And then that way, if I don't do all of the contacts in one night, say I spread it out over a few nights and just send a few each time, then I can track who I've sent it to. And that way I don't resend something or double my work. So that's what that's there for. And I'll go ahead and click on the first governor link, and that way you can see what it looks like when you would do one. And they're all a little bit different, but each link will bring you directly to the contact form, so you don't have to click around and try and find things. So for instance, this is the Governor of Alabama's contact page, and you can see here you just type in your name and especially your address. Make sure you always give them your address because that's how they're going to know how to send it to you. And then usually there's a comment section, and that's where you're going to tell them what you're wanting. So how I do this to make it easy, I have like a WordPad document or a Word. I'll go in and type a little quick letter. It's not long at all. I usually just say something like, Dear Mr. and Mrs. Governor, we are a homeschooling family, and this year we're doing a 50-state study, and or something like that, or we're studying your great state this year, and we're interested in getting more information about your state and your role as a governor, or something like that. And then sign my name, thank you for your assistance, and then put my name, and then that's it. So I'll save that document and then just copy that and then paste it into the comments. So it's basically like a form letter I have that I just copy and paste into each box. Makes it super simple. And then just click submit, and then once it is submitted, then I'll go back and X in my box that I did it, and then I move on. So it's really, really easy. And then once I do one, I'll move, and then this section right here for notes, some of them had specific things that I noticed when when I went through all the links. So I put notes in if it said something specific, like this one specifically said to put autograph request to get something. Another one said basically that we're not really going to send you anything if you request it, and they referred to the kids page. So I put the kids page here that they referred to, but I did give the governor's contact information anyways, because I'm going to try and send off for it anyways and see what I get. You never know. So I gave that information. You can use this note section for however you want. If you want to write notes or add an extra link or whatever you want to do, it's there for you to use. And then over here is another sent column, and that is for my state tourism. And some state governors won't send you things. Everyone's different. They change. Some governors will, some governors won't. So to make sure that I get something from every state, I like to do the tourism sites too, because they always send you something. Basically, you're requesting the free guide. You don't have to write a letter or anything. They just send it to you. But I like to do both because they each send you different things. So like from some of the governors, we got pencils or recipes and autographed pictures and coloring books. But from the tourism site, we got things like magazines and park information and historical information, sometimes maps, sometimes. So different information from the two different places. And what's neat is when you get it from both, then you get some really cool information that's more complete for the whole state. So I like to do both and see what I get. And so I'll go ahead and click on this first one so you can kind of see what it's like to go on one of the tourism sites. So here is Alabama. It says free guides and brochures. And you just type in your information. Yes, I'd like to receive that if you want to. And then like this one right here, it says, I'd like to receive the official Alabama highway map. Well, sure, I would click that and then place my order. So basically you're just ordering a free map. You don't have to pay anything for it. And then I'll show you a different one. We'll do the toolkit. This one was kind of neat. So for Arkansas, they have planning guide, and they have like a vacation kit here, and they've got lots of different things to choose from, and newsletters. So, and every one is different. So each one offers different things, like I said. So you never know what you're going to get from them, which is kind of neat. And then in this last column over here is my additional state information for kids. So what I like to do is visit some informational sites that are more kid-based to get information to fill out the state report that I do. And so if we don't get what we need in the packets that we receive, then I can go to one of these website links for that state and get additional information. And even sometimes they'll have games and like downloadable things, coloring books, sometimes that kind of stuff too. So I give links to those sites as well that we like to visit. So that is basically a spreadsheet. It's pretty quick and easy. It does take a little bit of time to do each one. Like to do 50 of them takes a little bit of time, but it's free. And you can do it over a few nights, do a couple a night, and it's not so bad. So that is how I do our free 50 states unit study, getting packages sent to our house, and the kids love it. So anytime they get mail, they're super excited. And it's a surprise. We never know when it's going to come or what we're going to get. And even my husband got excited when the packages come. So I'm excited to do it again this year and see what we get. And I'm excited to share this with you too, so you guys can do this 50 state study if you'd like to as well. And that is the spreadsheet. And that is how we put together our free 50 states unit study. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it gave you some tips and tricks and resources that will help you in your homeschool next year. And if you do this project, let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to know what you get when you send off for your packages, because sometimes people get different things. So comment down below and let me know. And check out the Teacher Pay Teacher store for howthismomdoesit.com. And the TPT store name is How This Mom Does It. And I have a bunch of new products coming out that I'm really excited about. My daughter already loves it, so if my kids love it, then I know that I did okay. They're pretty excited about using it. We're doing middle ages next year, so I have some products up for that can be used in conjunction with Story of the World. If you're using any classical history, doing medieval studies, it will go along with that. And I'm also doing products for the other cycles of history. So I will have some for ancients and for early modern and for modern. So I'm really excited about those that are coming out and some that are already in the store. So you can check that out if you like to. And then also I have some printables for back to school for homeschool kids. So I'm really excited about that too. My daughter was always sad that there isn't any back to school cute things for homeschool kids. She was always like, I don't ride a bus, I don't go to a classroom every day, so I decided to make some fun printables for homeschool kids. So I have those available up in my TPT store as well that you can check out if you're interested in checking that out. And if you don't already follow me on Facebook, you can like me on Facebook to get updates on all of my social media, so you can see when I'm doing updates on TPT or on YouTube and on my website as well. So you can check all that out. And be sure to check out my website if you haven't already. I have lots of tips and tricks in homeschooling and all the freebies that we love. I provide links to those products that we love in our homeschool if you'd like to check out some of the things that we use. And more information about our homeschool. And I have a lot of things that we did during preschool as well. So if you have a little one, I have things that we did during preschool that are pretty fun too. And until next time, I hope you like this video. And if you do, click like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.